Was
Thank
very.
you.
The next person in line is our next panelist, who is Martin Muredi. He's also well versed in the industry, where we have seen him working in the hotel as well as going to an online distribution strategy company. He'll tell us more about it. So once he gets on board, Martin, please go ahead.
Good evening, guys. My name is Martin Morido Anyeri. I am the Chief Commercial Officer at Hotel Online. It's a privilege to be here talking about online distribution strategies, which is the topic that I'll be sharing in as we go. So, Brian, you can take us to the next slide. So basically, I'll talk slightly about Hotel Online as a company that I represent and work for. Hotel Online is a leading e-commerce and a digital marketing enabler for hotels in the emerging market. We are founded in 2014, and Hotel Online has since today helped over 3,500 hotels across 18 markets in Africa, Middle East, and yeah, I'm pleased to announce also that we also have Asian markets right now. Hotel Online, we have also recently during this pandemic managed to acquire African books. I know some of you guys in hotels have had a few bookings from African Booking or probably heard of African Booking. So we'll be managing it directly now in our Westlands office. And we've also partnered with Bhutan Airlines currently that will be doing their accommodation bookings. So that's slightly more about what Hotel Online does. We more of a distribution company. We today help you increase your online bookings and monetize completely for you. Then if you take us to the next page. Well, online distribution strategies, we are all aware the COVID-19 effect that is here with us. The most hard hit is actually our travel and tourism industry, which is completely on a standstill. The hardest of it is the unknown duration of the pandemic, travel restriction, and impending global recession further compounds the challenge. As a country, we can only hope that the president opens up and we can now adjust into living with a new normal, because this is a new normal that we already have. And I'm going to address on how OTA will come handy in actually more of what my colleague James Masharia indicated on his slide. Brian, if you take us to the next page. What we need to look at is during this pandemic period, we're going to look at basically the guest behavior for COVID-19. You know, once the restriction is lifted tomorrow in Kenya, the travel process is expected to be slow, and the audience catered will be very specific on the changes. The first person whom we're going to see travel the most, of course, is going to be our domestic market, and is going to attract the business travelers. Our business travelers will possibly be the first travelers. Their needs may be more urgent because of business. Small SMEs, which were halted because of the post-COVID-19, guys who are locked down in the Nairobi metropolitan or in the country because they could not be able to fly outside due to the restriction of our airspace being shut. So that is going to be our first client that we're going to look into. If you are very familiar with OTA, you know that the biggest conversion of our OTA in the recent times, it has always been attracting a lot of in terms of business travelers who less the people who actually do give you the more of no-shows and even cancellations. Business travelers is actually one of the best clientele you can actually deal with. They spend more and they will always check in on the booking. The next person that you're going to have is the single travelers. These single travelers are the people who are open to the risk, and they're open to the risk, likely to follow. They will be likely to be followed with the couples in tow. These are now more like to be our domestic travelers, our single guys who just want to be, probably want to go to Mombasa, someone wants to go to Naivasha, someone wants to come dine in Nairobi. This is the segment that we are looking at in the terms of the single travel. So this is just behaviors that we're expecting to look into post COVID-19. Our last segment, out of the house most likely will be the family, who have plenty of consideration and require greater reassurance concerning health, safety, before they take the plunge. These are the people right now that any hotel right now should be targeting in terms of their social media, in terms of their website. This is where you need to showcase the things that you've actually put in place that are going to be protecting these clients from actually being infected by the coronavirus that we are actually facing right now. This we can go to the next slide, Brian. On these people, we'll look into the opportunities that we as a hoteliers actually going to bank on domestic tourism. We need to regear communication to target locals, focus on existing customer base, but cater to a more diverse audience. Our domestic tourism will be what will take us to at least 30-40% in occupancy currently right now. Before we expect Europe to open up, many are saying that the vaccine will be the solution to the opening up of the entire world, but we will need to bank more on our domestic tourism. How we need to bank more on our domestic tourism, I'll touch based on what Mashare said. Dynamic pricing or open pricing will be key to winning these people. Domestic tourism, remember right now, left, right, and center, there's hotels opening up. Besides those hotels, there's also Airbnb and furnished apartments. These furnished apartments, what they have done right now, they have introduced short stays. And these short stays, you can imagine, this is an all-en-suite hotel. They will be playing around with the same rate that you're more likely giving, or the same rate that many hotels have customarily been using since 2010. So domestic, on our dynamic pricing or open pricing, will be key to how you jungle around this market to make a booking. Last minute bookings are basically done through, basically won through the dynamic pricing. So as we look into this domestic tourism, we need to pay key attention into the domestic, the dynamic pricing or the open pricing. This is going to be an area that hotels need to be very lenient on. Next one we'll be talking about is audit your website and content. Keep it updated and relevant. List all open and restricted services. Make it easy to find accommodation and book now. You see, the book now even needs to be very visible. It needs to be slightly on almost all pages in your website, so such that a guest can just make a booking easily on the go. Then audit your website with the proper content. This is the time that you need to work around your website and make sure that it is actually on par to what you want it representing. We will talk about aligning marketing and revenue management strategy. Ensure rate strategy parity, which Mashari also indicated on his slide. the rate parity across all channels, direct bookings, offers, packages, and flexible cancellation policy. I want to look at the flexible cancellation policy. Right now, due to the COVID-19 and also because of unforeseen restrictions that might be coming up on our way as we progress forward, we need to be very open in flexible cancellation policy. This is going to be another determinant of a client who is sitting wherever he's sitting, trying to make a booking directly to your property. Cancellation will be a determinant on that one. Then you also need to ensure that you don't have parity across all your channels, because rate parity can have you always seen the booking.com has a way of actually making sure that the rate parity, they're also winning on that. Ensure that you don't have the rate parity so that you win in all your clients, and also it's going to give you best rankings and good visibility as well. Yeah. Now let's talk about improve your online review strategy. This is the time, because we are all at home. The lucky ones who are at work, this is actually the time that you need to make sure that you are responding to all your reviews accordingly. If you're not able to do it, you need to actually get someone who can do it. The e-commerce manager comes handy on this one. Or if you completely halted on that, you can task the hotel online. We are able to give you a dedicated account manager who's going to give you all revenue solutions and actually handle all communication for your guests. Yeah. This is pretty much what I had for today in regards to the online distribution. Brian, we can take probably questions.